James loved me. It's more than he ever felt for you, he told me.
I gather you've never told Gordon about him, either. I thought so.
Are you threatening me?
Now, that's your affair. Unless, of course, you ever do anything to hurt the Palmers. Oh, I wouldn't put it past you.
I couldn't care less about David anymore.
Good. Then I'll never have to tell anyone about how you got Gordon his start in business. Will I?
You're a stirrer, Prue.
Just because you don't want to hear the truth.
Mr. Hamilton must have had a good reason. He's a businessman. He's not going to risk his money just to keep Wayne happy.
You still think you're right, though, don't you?
Pig-headed, that's my trouble.
Wayne got snitchy because he knows you're right. He hates you showing him up.
Give it a rest.
You're never going to get anywhere working here, not so long as he's the boss.
I don't want to get anywhere. It's a job. I just want to earn my money.
You're going to have a great future with that attitude. No, really, you must have some idea of what you want to do.
Mr. Hamilton will look after me, as long as I do a good job for him.
God, you're naive. You're Patricia's son, and with the divorce going on, you'll lose out to Wayne all along the line. Mr. Hamilton's going to make sure he keeps things in his family.
He's not like that.
Maybe not, but Wayne is. And with him in his ear, I don't see you getting much of a go.
I am going to get changed for tea.
I don't think we need him here, that's all.
I thought you got things sorted out with him.
It's business. I'm not against him personally. Maybe he was needed when Mother was here. She didn't have much experience. With Dad and me both working, though, he's one boss too many.
John doesn't want to be a boss. All he did was make a suggestion.
Right, a stupid one, and he wouldn't take no for an answer. We've got too much to do without having to talk him around to our way of thinking.
You're funny when you get a bee in your bonnet.
Haven't got a bee in my bonnet.
Oh, come on, Mona. We have to wash our face and hands for din-dins.
This is stupid.
I'm glad you're being sensible about it.
Well, Alan showed me how much work's banked up. He obviously needs help.
What did I say?
Oh, you can't blame me, Mother.
My meddling days are well and truly over. It was only a suggestion in the first place.
Anyway, Alan rang Daddy and he was fine about it. And he's glad to hear I'm staying on, too. So, I start tomorrow.
Good, I'm pleased.
And it was great to see you and Fiona getting on so well.
Why shouldn't we?
Oh, I just thought she did push you into telling the truth about me and John.
All turned out for the best, eventually. Why hold a grudge?
Oh, I know what you can be like. Remember Deirdre Adams? She did you out of that position on the charity committee. How long was it before you talked to her again?
Years, but that was Deirdre Adams. I have a lot to be grateful to Fiona for. She talked you into staying.
I get the feeling she's going to be lonely, though, with you gone. I might try and get to see a bit of her.
I doubt if you'll have much time for seeing anybody once you start working.
Oh, it's only going to be 8 hours a day. Well, I hope.
Fiona has a lot of friends. You'd be better off ringing up a few of your old girlfriends. I saw Sandra Davis in the Bay the other day. She asked after you.
Give me Fiona any day. Well, maybe we could invite her around for a meal sometime.
Well, I just thought I'd get some of it out of the way before I change for dinner. I hope you could understand my decision this afternoon.
You're the boss.
I didn't choose Wayne's suggestion over yours just for the hell of it. I put myself in the place of the clients. I remember staying at a hotel in New York when they were renovating once. I couldn't wait to get out.
Well, the accommodation's okay. It's just the indoor arena.
It's that initial impression I'm worried about. We'll look a lot more professional if everything's finished.
I thought you could do with the money coming in.
We could. But it's silly to sacrifice word of mouth just for the sake of immediate cash return.
Fair enough.
I'm glad you understand. Wayne could have handled it better.
That's okay.
Oh, Angela called earlier. She's going to stay in Sydney for a while.
How come?
She's going to work at the Stud. Alan Pascoe needs a hand around the office. If she works out, she might be able to take over the job you're doing. She's bright and she knows horses. There's no reason she can't do well.
That's great.
I'm pleased. You're putting us all to shame.
Oh, I wanted to make a good impression on my first night. I hear we're having an honest-to-goodness country dinner.
One of Rosie's specials. Well, I better do something about getting myself spruced up. She likes everybody to be on time.
Which one of her family will betray them all?
We do what families do. We stick together.
As a family of criminals? No.
Rachel Griffiths, Sally Field, Callista Flockhart. Brothers and sisters, tonight after...
Has arrived for the uprights at the stable hands' quarters. Check it. Make sure we haven't been delivered short. Then you can give the other guys a hand digging the foundations. I should take you up till midday. Report back when you're finished.
You don't need me here.
I can look after myself.
Little monkey, I couldn't find her anywhere. Are things all right with John this morning?
Yeah, fine. I've been thinking, with the delays to the riding school, you won't have a job for a while. Can't be a hostess without any guests.
Yeah, I was getting a bit worried about not being able to pull my weight. But as of this morning, that problem is solved. Well, Rosie's really pushing it at the moment. I think I might give her a bit of help around the house.
Oh, I don't know. You didn't come up here to be a servant.
One snob around here is enough. Any more of that kind of talk and you can take a running jump.
A bit hard just yet.
Oh, but you know what I mean. There's nothing wrong with a bit of good old-fashioned housework.
Made your point.
Good.
Hey, you take everything too seriously. If you really want to help, there's something you can do for me.
What?
Drive a couple of the blokes back down to the stud tomorrow. There's nothing for them to do here with the delays. And there's a few things you can pick up at the same time.
Righto. Be a good chance to pop in and see Fiona as well. You can mind the wandering fluff ball while I give her a call. And any more talk about servants, and she'll go for the throat, won't you? Okay, Fiona, I'll see you at 12. Bye. Wouldn't mind learning how to do that.
What, clean silver? What for?
Oh, it might come in handy.
That's true. As Wayne's fiancée, you should know a bit more how the place is run. Well, with silver, the first thing to watch is not getting the cleaner on the blade. That's stainless steel, you see.
All right. Gee, there must be dozens of things you need to know about running a place this size.
Oh, it takes years of experience. Once you've got it running right, it's not so bad. Unless you get interference. Patricia never had a clue about how to run a successful house or a marriage. It's a miracle young Wayne turned out the sweet, nice chap he has with the likes of her around. If you ask me, Mr. Hamilton's well rid of her.
I don't understand why you're polishing it. I mean, it's sparkling already.
Oh, but heavens no, you mustn't miss a day. I've polished this every second Monday morning for, 25 years. It's the way you preserve it.
What, polish it for 25 years?
I'll show you how to set a proper fire after.
Oh. You finished that cup?
It's all right. I'll rinse it.
Angela should be reporting for a new job. David, you put your slops in there.
It doesn't matter.
Ugh. She puts her mind to it. She should be able to handle it really well. Seems to know a lot about horses. Or at least it'll keep her out of the way for a while.
Yeah. Now I really miss her.
Me too. Still, it's for the best.
Yeah, I bet you keep the post office busy.
Can't see you writing. One thing, now we have the room, I was wondering...
Rob?
How did you guess?
Oh, I can read your mind.
It's not that Mum and Dad mind having them. Mum was saying on the phone last night he brought all sorts of presents back for them. And he was taking them out to dinner last night.
The pub, probably.
The restaurant in the main street.
Oh.
Which is all well and good, but when this money runs out, which it will before long, he'll end up bludging off them.
Aha. So you think it's best if he bludges off us?
No, silly. We know how to handle him. Besides, he won't be here for long. You know what he's like. He's up and off like a flash.
It's fine by me. Can have the kids' room.
I thought Susie's.
You seen the kids today?
Apart from anything else, I want to let Vic know how they're going.
Look, if you see Lynn, give her this.
Might be a bit obvious. I'll stop at the butcher's on the way. Kevin won't notice the things then.
Yeah, good idea. The young idiot would blow his stack if he knew where it came from.
Thanks, love.
What for?
Oh, you know.
This is for $250,000. London,
It's on the list. Two strangers have already won 400 grand. Now, how far will they go? Tonight, 7:30. It will all come down to one question.
Characters on The Muppet Show.
Sorry to hear about your parents, the divorce.
Well, it certainly spreads, doesn't it?
I didn't get it from gossip. Your father told me himself. He wants me to do a stock take to stud, so we can work out where he stands when it comes to the settlement.
Not very pleasant.
No, never is. Right, I'm off. There's not much you can do while I'm gone. Just answer the phone, take any messages. If it's really urgent, there's a number by the phone where you can contact me.
Wasn't there anything else I can do?
Not till I've gone over it all with you. Don't want you messing things up.
Right.
Right on 12 o'clock. What's next?
And clean up first.
Yeah, then what?
Get in touch with the local garage in town. Tell them to collect my car. I don't know what's wrong with it.
Well, I'll have a look first if you like. See if it's anything I can fix.
It's too valuable to have an amateur fiddling with it.
It wouldn't hurt for me to have a look.
All right. You've got until 1 o'clock. I'll be back from the Reed place by then. And be careful with it.
Well, even if I can't fix it, I should be able to tell you what's wrong with it. Some of these garages can see a mug coming a mile off.
John, Angela wants you on the phone.
Tell her I'll call her back. I'm busy.
She says it's very urgent. She wanted to speak to Mr. Hamilton, but he's in town.
Yeah, okay.
Take those shoes off.
Hi. Heard about the job. I'm glad you changed your mind. I'm going back to Melbourne.
Why?
I thought you might be rushing into it. Maybe for the wrong reasons.
That's what Fiona said.
Oh, listen to her and not me, eh?
Oh, she's prettier than you are. Look, I'm in trouble. It's my first day here, and Alan's gone out and he's not where he said he'd be.
What's the problem?
I had a phone call from one of the clients, Mr. Bradley.
Yeah, know him.
Oh, he's screaming about a bill that's got a vet fee on it for a tetanus injection. I tried to calm him down, but he's coming over. What'll I do?
That'd be Bradley. More trouble than he's worth.
Oh, you were here when his mare was serviced, weren't you?
Yeah, there would be a vet bill. There was a storm one night. She panicked and hurt herself. Can you see the files on the shelves behind you?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's indexed there. His file will be there with all the paperwork about it. It's under his company name, Balfalis Proprietary Limited, I think. You better check.
Oh, thanks. I didn't want Alan to think I was some sort of idiot.
Okay, take care.
Oh, look, for heaven's sakes, don't tell Wayne. He'd have a field day.
Don't worry. He's got enough to whinge about already. See ya.
Okay. Bye.
Thought you said you'd get it done by 1 o'clock.
Yeah, well, I was on the phone to Angela.
Ah, terrific. Leave a job to have a nice chat with your sister. You're about as reliable as half the other idiots we've got working here.
I didn't say a word.
You can get the damn garage to do it.
Australia's #1 show is back, and we've got the most incredible stories you'll ever see. Border Security is back, Wednesday, 7:30.
Over here, Mr. Bradley.
No, my fault.
Would you like a copy of the paperwork?
No, there won't be any need for that.
Trouble, Mr. Bradley?
Not anymore. Your young lady sorted it out. Thanks for your time. Mrs. Hamilton?
What was the problem?
Oh, he was querying a vet bill, but I managed to sort it out from the files. Ben did a lot of smiling.
Good, I know what he's like to deal with.
His wife's as bad.
She's doing surprisingly well in the short time. I'm back for the rest of the day. If anybody wants me, I'll be down with Joe.
All right if I go for a ride?
I could hardly stop you, Mrs. Hamilton.
You'll be seeing quite a bit more of me down here. Need the exercise.
I'll make sure your horse is on standby.
Nice to see you're doing so well.
Surprisingly well. Why is it such a surprise?
Because you're almost totally inexperienced. At least it shows he's not pandering to you because you're the boss's daughter.
Didn't think of it like that.
You just have to keep up the good work. Did you really sort all that out on your own?
Oh, I rang Mumbai. John told me where to look.
Well, there's no point in telling Alan that, is there?
No, no point at all.
What are you doing that for?
It's too big for you to lug around. I wasn't getting anywhere looking for a job. You weren't home, so...
I must have known something. I got you a surprise.
Yeah, good one.
I got it from Mrs. Grace at the cake shop. You know where I used to work on Saturday mornings?
Even better.
Yeah, we had quite a talk. The shop's doing really well now, especially with lunch trade. She, asked me if I could help out some lunchtimes, making sandwiches and things, not serving.
Nice of it to offer, I suppose.
Well, they really need the help.
They'll find someone.
Well, they have.
If you've said yes, you better go back and tell her you've changed your mind.
Oh, Kevin, why?
Because you'd be on your feet for too long and you get yourself worked up over getting stuff done quickly. It's not on.
Well, I thought if I got a part-time job, and you did too, well, I thought maybe you'd go back to school. You'll never be a journalist if you don't get your HSC.
I decided to leave home. It's up to me to support us. You're not working.
But your journalism, it's so important to you, I know.
I don't care about that stuff anymore. I've got to look after you and the baby.
You're starting to sound just like your dad.
You home, love?
In the kitchen. You're early.
Yeah, it was only a city run. See the kids?
Just Lind. They'll have enough meat to last them all week and probably some of next week too.
Ah, good. Hopefully by then Kevin will have calmed down enough for us to talk to him.
I had an idea about that. It's a long shot, but it might work.
What?
Why don't we get Rob to have a go first? Kevin thinks the sun shines out of him, and Rob would be only too pleased to try and help.
So to tell him about Patricia and me.
Would it worry you if he could help?
It's just... Look, the more people who know about it, the more likely something will get back to John and Angela.
I'll tell you what, then. All I'll say is the kids moved out because you and Kevin had a row. I won't say what about. Maybe Rob can drop a few hints about talking it over, seeing your side.
And knowing Kevin, he'll spill the beans.
It's worth the risk. Besides, Rob's not the type to get upset about that sort of thing.
I suppose it is worth it if it's going to help get them back.
Why don't we sort out the rest of our stuff?
It's okay in the boxes.
Well, I was only thinking of Susan. She was good enough to pick it up for us. It's not very fair on her having all this junk lying around.
Yeah, okay.
For starters, that can go.
Let's take them these.
They're all your notes from school.
I'm not going to need them, am I?
Well, you might.
That goes too.
Kevin, that's got everything you ever did for the school paper in it. Remember that article you did on the women teachers?
Yeah.
There's the one you did on John.
Yeah, right. Fancy kidding myself, I think that'd help me become a journalist one day. Crummy little school paper articles.
Oh, don't. You'll still do it. You've got to. It's the only thing you've ever wanted to do. It's one of the reasons I want to work, to help us through a bad patch, that's all.
Take the lousy job if you really want to.
We'll be all right. I'll go and cut the bun.
It's addictive. There are no limits, and it's as easy as putting things on a list. The more you can list, the more you can win. The only show in the world where there's no limit to how much money you can win. Join me, Andrew O'Keefe, and play along at home. The Rich List, 7:30 tonight on 7.
And in 07 on Wisteria Lane, everything is not as it seems. We're letting the cat out of the bag. So watch out for new blood, old tricks and a chance romance in the new season of TV's Guilty as Pleasure. The brand new Desperate Housewives, 8:30 tonight, right after The Rich List at 7:30 on 7. Next, laugh along with Crumbs.
We do well once about.